Good evening. Good evening.
Hey,
Welcome,
welcome in,
foolish
everybody.
mortals.
Hope everybody's
Good to
doing
see.
great. Having a great week so far.
Yeah. We're having a good week. We are, as the thumbnail suggests, we are on the move.
Hmm. Well,
This week
mom
we're
is.
traveling a
Mom
lot.
is.
We're traveling a lot and just kind of hitting different places. We uh, started out in Hot Springs and came down uh, south a little bit to Tyler, Texas. So we've been on the move a good bit, but it's been a really good week.
Hmm.
Just a lot going on. Spent the weekend, with our granddaughters and President's Day, and really enjoyed that. Missed you guys. Um,
Yeah,
how,
I
how,
wish we could have been
how's
there.
your week?
It's been good. It's been busy from a work perspective. Um, but everything's been good. Everybody's doing fine. Uh,
Yeah,
but,
good
but yeah,
deal.
nothing out of the ordinary. Just
Yeah,
regular
well, good deal.
regular routine,
Yeah.
staying busy. Welcome
Well,
in,
I
Dean.
thought,
Thanks for being here.
hey, Dean. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome,
Thinking
Dean.
about you.
Hope you're doing okay, bud. Um, we, I thought tonight we would just kind of go over, my Hot Springs trip kind of quickly. There's a lot of Disney news that we need to get to, and there's one
Yeah.
particular subject that we're probably going to, do a good bit of talking on. So, um, I have a feeling you probably know which item that is.
Yeah.
Might be kind of tough to cover, but we're gonna cover it. Anyway, yeah. Let me do this day in Disney history, guys, and then we'll jump in. There were so many times when I'm planning the show, and we're kind of going through, okay, what can we do? It
Hmm.
seems like there's nothing, and then we get tons.
Yeah, it's just
So
an avalanche.
then you get right. You get more than than what you think you can handle. So let me. A lot of times it's in the Disney news category, but and by the way, happy Tuesday on
Yeah.
2/22/22. It's kind of a cool day today. This day in Disney history, 1732. Happy birthday to George Washington, our first U.S. president, is born in Westmoreland County, Virginia. Visit him and listen to him speak, along with all the U.S. chief executives at Walt Disney World's The Hall of Presidents in Liberty Square.
Mm.
So happy birthday, 1732 to George Washington. I didn't add that up to know to know how old he would be. I have to figure that out. And there wasn't a whole lot today. 1972, Disney's Bedknobs and Broomsticks receives 5 Academy Award nominations for Best Art Direction, Set Direction, Best Music and Scoring, Adaptation, and adaptation and original song score, best music song for the age of not believing, best costume design, and best special visual effects. Yeah. Winners will be announced at the 44th Academy Awards on April the 10th. 2004, at the 10th Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards, Johnny Depp wins for his performance in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. So
excellent movie.
Some cool stuff, good mentions there. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. William was one that I saw for the first time. Nicole, hey, welcome.
Welcome in, Movie Mania Nick, and also Mark and Irene, Wonderful World of Walter.
Welcome.
And Nicole Rodheiser, welcome in, and Keith.
Good to see you, Nicole, Movie Mania Nick. Good to see you guys. Taco Tuesday, National Margarita Day, and Tuesday. That's it. It hits all of them, Mark. It really does. And Movie Mania Nick. It's good to see you guys. We really appreciate you being here tonight. Guys, by the way, check out, in the chat many times, I'm going to say this quickly. In the chat so many times, there are some great channels. Like right now, there's Dean the Turkey Legster and Wonderful World of Walter. And check their channels out. They really have some good content Wonderful World of Walter. Mark and Irene do some fantastic editing and have some really good holiday vlogs, Disney World vlogs. So be sure to check out their channel. Dean the Turkey Legster has taken just a short break, from his channel. He'll be back with us as soon as he can, and also, puts up some good stuff too. So be sure you look at those those folks in the chat and check out some of their channels, because there's some really good content there.
Yeah. Definitely.
Let's see. OBDF, there's another one. Monarch Moments, welcome in.
Welcome in. Partner channel.
Cover partner channel. And a great live stream today, guys, from the San Francisco Zoo.
Saw that. I have to be team replay for the actual stream, but I saw the notification come across. Welcome in, Captain Akron 27.
Yeah, we will too. It's nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. All right. Yeah, definitely. I will be on team replay for that too. I caught the last few minutes of it, but Jeff and I were, out doing things today and what have you, and so I'll definitely, because I want to see that. I love the California zoos, especially the San Francisco and San Diego zoos are, I know they're really good, and I've never been to either one of those, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let me check it out. Caitlin, welcome in. Oh,
welcome in.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Oh, she's back. Well, welcome. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being here, Caitlin. And it's good to see you, sweetie. Let us know how you're doing. Yeah, it's really good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a while, so thanks for checking in with us. Okay, where was I, William?
Let's see. You're talking about bed knobs and broomsticks. And where you had seen it for the first time.
I saw bed knobs and broomsticks for the first time in high school. Well, actually, it was elementary school. It was at our high school building at the time, and we had an old historic school in our town that was built like before the turn of the century, before the turn of the 19th century or the 20th century. And I'm not that old, guys. And it was just a beautiful old auditorium. And that's when, and a lot of you in the chat may remember when they did movies at school. And so I saw Bed Knobs and Broomsticks at school. Jane and Travels, thanks so much for being here. John and Nancy, appreciate you. So that was just, it was always a lot of fun. I saw like the computer who wore tennis shoes, Flubber. I think I saw the original Flubber. A lot of those older Disney movies I saw at school. So kind of cool memories there. Yeah, nice to see. No, I didn't see it. Keith, where are we on the countdown? Let me go back up.
Jillian and I watched Bed Knobs and Broomsticks maybe like a year and a half ago, and I was like, man, this movie is strange. Like it's
not what you expected.
No, I was like, what is going on? But anyway, I digress. Onward. But welcome in, Stacy. Good to see you, Stacy.
Yeah, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks is not at all what people kind of expect it to be. It's in a lot of places it's kind of heavy. It deals with the World War, and it's fun. It's an interesting movie, but it's naturally an old movie, and if you've never seen Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, by all means go take a look, and you might actually have to watch it more than once, to pick up on all of it.
There's a lot going on there.
A lot going on. It's a great old movie, though. It really is. But
yeah, Stacy and I are getting closer and closer to being best friend status on Pokemon Go. So there's so in Pokemon Go, you can send gifts, and you get gifts from what you call Pokestops. So you spin the Pokestop, and a lot of times it gives you a gift. It could also be gems too, I believe. But anyway, you can use those gifts. And it's kind of cool because it's like virtual postcards, of where you've been. And and anyway, it's kind of cool because they've kind of added on to that feature and you can even like post, like pin the postcards on a little board. Like, there was
Really?
one of my Pokemon friends was at Disney, and I took and pinned his in my postcard book. I think it was in Pandora or something.
That's so cool.
Anyway, so
Wow.
Stacy and I,
like
so there's a certain number of days, I can't remember how many days, but you have to send each other gifts, like open and send one. And anyway, we're getting closer and closer to best friend status. So excited for that.
That's cool.
That's
well,
funny.
Stacy's already a best friend,
Yeah.
But it's good to have that in
Adam's picked it. I hate to get us too far off topic, but Adam's picked it back up recently, and we've been able to do raids together remotely. So that's cool.
Yeah, I'd really give
Welcome in, Catherine Wilby.
If you Catherine, I was just catching up in the chat. I'd give anything, William, if you had more time to do Pokemon content on the channel, because it's good content.
I enjoy
a lot
it.
of times, I know. Well, it's from your era, So yeah. But yeah, Caitlin, I hope your mom, gets to feeling better, and school's been keeping you busy. That's a great GPA. Bravo, Caitlin. Yeah, well, it's great to see you, hon. Let's see. Catch up here.
Let's see here. We got. You said 2004. Johnny Depp wins some reward for his performance in Pirates of the Caribbean. Great film. Great. The first three were really stellar. Especially 1 and 2. 3 gets a little abstract, and then 4 just kind of goes completely off in a bit of a different direction. And then they kind of rope it all back in together for 5.
That's true. That's true.
But anyway, I love Pirates. I really do. And I love the ride. I love the ride before they added Johnny Depp to it. So it's just iconic. The ride is, and then for them to go and make movies that are that are top notch as well. It's just great. It's just really great.
It's a fantastic franchise. I remember riding Pirates of the Caribbean for the first time, and
welcome to Kevin Theme Park Adventure.
Obviously it's a classic Disney ride, and if I'm not mistaken, one of the ones that Walt had a personal hand in, and it
was the last one that he worked on it from a creative perspective, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and the movies, I think the movies are wonderful, and the casting is good. I've heard, and I know you guys probably have too, that Johnny Depp has said in interviews that of all the varied characters that he has played, and if you think about his filmography, he has played lots of different kinds of characters. He does comedy. He's done drama. He's done, things like pirates, a lot of different characters. Johnny Depp is a very talented actor. Yeah. And he says that Captain Jack, at the end of the day, is the hardest character to shake because he's so much like his own persona. It's like Captain Jack kind of takes him over, like no other character, which is really cool, I think. He also does tip of the ears to Johnny Depp as well. He dresses as Captain Jack Sparrow and makes appearances at children's hospitals. And they say that he does not leave the hospital until he's seen every child. So, tip of the ears to him for that. He also shows up in
Disneyland sometimes. Every once in a blue moon. But once in a blue moon. But great movie. That's it for today. This day in Disney history.
Yeah,
welcome in, Brian K.
It's good to see you, Brian K. Welcome in.
Mom's going to be talking about her Hot Springs trip. So I'll turn things back over to her.
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking in the chat here and catching up. I got really, really remember Johnny Depp in Crybaby. I do not, because I did not see that movie. And his first role was Nightmare on Elm Street. Nick, really?
I didn't realize that.
No, I didn't realize that. I'll have to look that up, Nick. That's a good bit of trivia there. Appreciate you dropping that. Yeah, he's been in so many things. One of my favorites is Finding Neverland. Absolutely, one of my favorite Johnny Depp movies is Finding Neverland. But
yeah, well, you got Edward Scissorhands. You got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yeah, there you go. Catherine's on the same wavelength as me. You got Benny and June, which is one of Jillian's favorites. You have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where he's Willy Wonka. So I mean, yeah, his range has just been crazy. What is it? Was he in 21 Jump Street? Was that it? Yeah, there it is. Stacy said it. So yeah, so much. Oh, that's really cool, Caitlin. ECU Pirate and Pirates is part of their intros, the football entrance. That's really cool.
Cool. That is neat.
That's really cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, 21 Jump Street. My goodness. Wow. I need to go back and look some of this up, guys. I did not know that though, Nick. Thanks so much for dropping that about Nightmare on Elm Street. I didn't know about that. Crybaby, I haven't watched. The only one that I haven't watched, guys, because it would probably keep me up at night. What's the name of it, William?
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Yeah, yeah.
I've only seen a little bit of that movie because somebody else was watching it, and then I ended up leaving.
Yeah, I have to draw
it was time for me to go anyway, but I was like, I don't do gore very well.
Yeah, it's but think about, gosh.
Yeah, I hear you, Nick, on that one.
Different character,
Yeah.
Do not mention Miss Willy Wonka.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. Well, we don't talk about it. Well, guys, am I the only one in the whole chat that kind of likes his Willy Wonka? I'm that guy. I don't mind his Willy Wonka. I love Gene Wilder.
It's different.
Yeah, I don't. It is very different. But again, he is such a talented actor. Think about how different all these roles are. Anyway, we could do a whole live stream. We probably should on Johnny Depp movies. Would that be? I bet you Jillian would join us.
Probably.
It's a way to get Jillian here. Okay, let's move on, guys. We have been in Hot Springs, guys. If you haven't,
Mom has been there.
I have been in Hot. Yeah,
Jeff Mom and Dad.
Jeff and I have been there, and I really enjoyed it. Our house is being worked on, guys, right now, and it's uninhabitable at the moment. So it'll be great once they get it finished. But I just, it's a mess right now. So we have been, kind of hopping around to stay out of the workers' way and let them, get this done as quickly as possible, because I'm ready to move back into my house. But it'll be beautiful once it's done. So we've been in Hot Springs, and I want to let's see. I have a little slideshow. Let me see if I can. All right, how did we do this the last time, William? Let me go over.
Tile and wood, Garrett. Tile and wood.
Share screen. Yeah, tile and wood. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, hang on, guys. I may not be able to do it. I'm frozen up. I think I'm locked up.
Oh no! Give it a second. It'll come to.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, while you're figuring that out, I'll show off a couple of items while you're getting that straightened out.
Okay.
All right. So one, Jillian is aware of said purchase, but may not necessarily approve of said purchase. But she approves of this purchase more than the others that I have of these. But speaking of pirates, I have the dog from Pirates It's a Disney World 50th celebration. Pirates of the Caribbean Funko of the dog, and so he's got the keys there in his mouth. I have to turn my ring light off real quick. But there he is. The dog that's there in the infamous iconic jail scene with the guys trying to get the dog to bring him the keys so they can get out of there. And then also, this one, my finger stuck up there. But it's still super cool. We'll have the Disney World 50th Cinderella Castle with Mickey Mouse in his iridescent outfit. I wish I could watch it.
Wow, oh my! I don't think I've seen that one, William.
Yeah, so I'm trying to move to the other side to get the glare to go away.
Oh my goodness, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a great one.
So there's the Mickey over there.
My goodness. Oh, look how pretty the background is too in that.
Yeah,
that really is cool. Great. Yeah.
There's Mickey inside of the castle there. Sorry, I got some back glare. But yeah, there it is. There's the castle. So really cool.
Yeah, really, very, very much so. Really,
but big fan. Liked both of those a whole lot, so I had to get them. And I got one more to show you, which actually Jillian bought this one. So she's added one to her collection. Granted, which is very much smaller than mine. So Amy, I was going to ask. You said my nephew bought that one when we were at Epcot. Did your nephew get this one, or did your nephew get the gold statue Mickey? Because this one's the iridescent one. In the iridescent.
I love that.
I know they have the gold.
Where did you find that one, William?
Yeah, there we go. So yeah. So I just got this one off the internet. Amazon, I think is where I got it. Stacy says, Will, did you see the park exclusive where Mickey is gold? I may or may not be receiving that one. I'm going to guess you may be. There we go. So Amy says, yes, with the gold Mickey. Okay. So that's really cool. Yeah, Amy, I like the iridescent one a whole lot. But the gold one's pretty sweet too, being a park exclusive. Let me go get this other pop real quick.
Stacy, well, there's another one of him. It will be a box lunch exclusive flocked. Wow, that's interesting.
Oh, here we go. So here, of course,
Oh, cool.
You have to know that it. So Pocahontas is most of you may know.
For being here.
Is Jillian's favorite princess is Pocahontas. So here she is. There's a princess set. I'm trying to turn.
Jillian must love that one.
Let's see. I'm trying to.
Oh, it's got Miko. How
cool so it has Miko
that?
And also Split as well. You can kind of see him there over the shoulder. Sorry, I've got awful glare. Let's
see. Hang on. Let me.
Hold something up in front of my laptop here. Here we go. I think I made. How am I still getting glare? I don't know how that's possible. I'm literally holding up something like in front of it and still getting glare. It's amazing.
It's still getting glare.
I have no idea how that's possible.
I don't know. You hold it like if you're holding it like where you are now, we can see it.
Okay.
It's when you put it up too close. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Oh, it's my phone. It's my phone. Okay. I thought it was my laptop. It's actually my phone. So here. All right. There we go. Okay, that's better.
Is so pretty.
So, yeah, there.
That's just beautiful.
Actually.
Wow.
I'm going to hold this up. All right, now I have all light sources blocked. Let's see if I can move her over. Okay. There we go. All right, I've almost got it.
Wow, I love her hair.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's flowing. Looks really cute. So here's the back of it. And you can see.
Okay, all right. So Jillian normally doesn't like Pops. Does she like that one?
Yeah, she made an exception. So she bought this one. So yeah, you got Moana, you got Rapunzel, Snow White, and Cinderella in this set, along with Pocahontas. So pretty neat Disney princess set. But yeah, Jillian had to get this one. It's part of the ultimate princess celebration thing that they did.
Very pretty.
It's funny. I was trying to figure out which screen it was. I could put so much glare off of. Oh, goodness gracious.
Right, Mark. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. I don't think I am not at home. And I'm not gonna. I don't have the juice, guys, to share the screen. My
Oh
laptop is just not
no.
gonna do it. So I'm just gonna have to. I kind of
Yeah.
have to, and I
You have
hate
to wing
that
it.
because I've got some really good pictures tonight. But we spent last week in Hot Springs, and I did 2 live streams. I did one from just I did a just nice morning walk around the lake, and it was a gorgeous day, guys. So if you want to join us for that, that was just a really nice relaxing stream. Hang in there because I had a little trouble. I had a little trouble with Streamlabs, and so hang in there and kind of fast forward through the trouble, but it was really a nice stream after that. So and then that afternoon, with no trouble, I was able to live stream from downtown Hot Springs, and we started at the Arlington Hotel, historic old Arlington Hotel and spa that's so beautiful, and looked around a little bit in there. And then that were some of the pictures that I had. I promised you a look at the fountain room because we lagged a little bit in the fountain room, just because there's so much concrete in that building. But so I will try to do a vlog or something and get that up, or maybe when I get back home onto my own internet, we can do it. But then we went down Bathhouse Row and just took a nice leisurely stroll down Bathhouse Row and looked at all those beautiful bathhouses that are historic. A lot of them are still in operation. Oh, thank you, Catherine. You're so sweet to say that. They were a lot of fun for me too. I really enjoyed them, and thank you for being in the chat, Catherine. But we just had a great time. We went to the restaurant is for Valentine's Day. We went to it's a restaurant called Bones Chop House, interestingly enough,
Nice.
and it's kind of a high end. It's always great. The service is wonderful. The food is just exemplary, and we always really enjoy that. So several things that we did there. We also went to Diablo's, which is a Mexican restaurant on Central. It's also very good. It's very ethnic Mexican food. It is not Tex-Mex, and it's just wonderful. The service in there is great. The owners are just fantastic, and we just discovered that on our last trip. So
That's cool.
yeah, Diablo's. And I'm the same way, Mark. I kind of get caught up, but I've got a list, of live streams that I really want to see, and so we're going to have to backtrack too on some of them. But then I highly recommend Rod's Pizza. Hey, welcome, Jim. Thanks so much for popping in. Highly recommend Rod's Pizza. Best pizza in Hot Springs, I think. Man, is it fantastic. They have the Godfather and the Godmother. They're a little bit different. But guys, their large pizza is like 17 inches across.
Oh,
I mean, the thing is like a wagon wheel. And they're just fantastic. They're very thick. Their crust is homemade. They use great cheese. Just one of the best pizzas I've ever had. And if y'all know me, I've had a lot of pizza. So I'm a pizza snob. Jeff always says if he had the money that he spent on pizza when we were dating, we could retire early. So, which is probably true.
I showed off your Pocahontas pop, Jilly.
Yeah, Jillian, it's too late, hon.
Yeah.
It's like the house when you pull up, it's kind of like bulging. I think Stacy has had to add on a wing. Y'all haven't had to do that yet. So, it could be worse. Yeah, I'm definitely a pizza snob.
Welcome in, Jonathan.
Yeah. I could. Oh, hey, Jonathan. Welcome. I could definitely talk a little bit about pizza and the different places that I've had pizza. I've had pizza New York. Now I haven't had Chicago pizza in Chicago. But hey, Mike, good to see you.
That was one
sorry,
of
Stacey. I didn't know.
She told you that confidence, Mom. How dare you? I did want to say you mentioned Chicago
I'm sorry,
pizza.
Our friendship may be over, Stacey. I've outed you. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to let them know that you. had to design a new wing for them. Some people add on wings, for family members to live in. Stacy added one on for her pops. So
That's funny.
Mikey, it's always good to see you.
So I was going to say, you mentioned Chicago pizza. So one of my highlights, and this was a two birds with one stone move, went to my first ever Cubs game in 2015. I just happened to have I had a business conference for my job in Chicago, and I was like, man, one of the first things I was like, okay, what all can I do in Chicago? I know there's the whole bean. So it turned out that was like right before the NFL draft. Also, so the city was decked out for the NFL draft as well. But anyway, we watched Extreme Rules WWE pay-per-view in Chicago as well on that trip. So it came at a really, really sweet time. I would have watched both the Cubs and the White Sox had the White Sox been in town, but they weren't. But anyway, I went to a first ever Cubs game, which was amazing. I could talk baseball for a whole stream as well. But I sat there on the third base line. Great seats there on the third base line. It was like a week or two after Chris Bryant had been called up, and Rizzo was on first base also. So very awesome, because the Cubs would go on to finally win the World Series not that long after that. And anyway, I'd watched the Cubs on WGN growing up. I love the Braves. Braves were on was it TBS a lot.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, that was a great experience, and I'd love to go back to Wrigley. But I got a Grimaldi's pizza, like a personal Grimaldi's pizza there at the ballpark at Wrigley.
Oh, I am so jealous. Do you know how jealous I am right now?
It was
not just about the pizza, but that you went to Wrigley.
Yeah, it was a prime two birds with one stone moment. Because I was like, man, I've been in Chicago, yet I hadn't been able to get Chicago pizza.
Welcome.
Welcome in, LSU mom. Thanks for being here, Emily. And so I was able to knock out two birds with one stone, and it was a great experience. The Cubs would go on to win. They beat the Pirates that night, and so it would be hard to top that. But welcome in, Danielle. Great to see you too. Thanks for being here.
Oh, hey Danielle, welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I have the same. I have the same memory of Yankee Stadium, William. Before they tore down the house that Ruth built, for crying out loud. Yeah. My sister, we went to New York for my sister's 40th birthday, and my best friend was sitting on one side of me, and my sister Susan was sitting on the other side of me. And guys, it was a perfect day in Yankee Stadium, and it was surreal. It was just surreal sitting there in that historic old building. I absolutely loved it, and we just enjoyed it. We took the subway in, we took a cab out, and it was just amazing. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here, Jeff and Angela. Good to see y'all.
But yeah, just really good memories. I'm really grateful, thankful that we got to do that. Sure.
Anyway,
yes,
back on track, back to Hot Springs.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you a little recap. And by all means, guys, watch those live streams because they are a lot of fun. Fast forward through the first part of the relaxing lake stroll. But once I got that going, it was just a gorgeous morning. It really was. And then that afternoon I did the one down on Bathhouse Row. If you have never seen a Bathhouse Row in Hot Springs, Arkansas, you've never been able to travel there, it is worth your time. It truly is. It is a unique place in our country. I don't know of anywhere in the country that still has the bathhouses like that all lined up. It's absolutely gorgeous. And, go out. The spa treatments, folks, oh my gracious, are just wonderful. I've had a spa treatment at the Fordyce, and I've also done the Arlington. And when my sister-in-law and her husband were there for yours and Jillian's wedding, they were there for 3 days, and they did a spa treatment at a different bathhouse every day. Did you realize that?
Yeah. I remember
They
you telling me.
loved it. They absolutely loved it. So yeah, I agree, Jillian. Yeah. Well, Garrett, go to Hot Springs, man. It's yeah. Hot Springs has always held a special place in my heart. Nana would take us there. Oh, yeah. And to be able to get married there was the best. Jillian, honestly, hon, and I've told you this before, I don't think y'all could have chosen a more beautiful spot for your wedding than Anthony Chapel at Garvin Gardens. There's also a live stream from there up on the channel. Guys, there's a Hot Springs playlist. So if you're interested in seeing the glass chapel in the woods where William and Jillian got married, by all means, check out that stream too. Yeah, the only baseball stadium I've ever been is no longer in existence. Oh, the Philadelphia Phillies playing Veterans Stadium. Wow. Yeah. Wow, pretty cool. Man. Okay, well, okay, so we went from Hot Springs. I'm trying to think if I mentioned everything I wanted to mention. I had pictures, guys. I'll try to go back through that.
I was going to say, if you could email me the PowerPoint, then I could try and see if I can pull it up on my end.
I don't. Yeah, but I might be able to do that.
Yeah, give it a shot. Yeah. Try to send it to the Hitchhiking Bones at gmail.com. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. We could circle back around to it if we need to. But let me get. Okay, you take it for a minute, William.
I'll go ahead and do some Disney news.
I also have some show and tell.
So let's see here. Let's see. So a little bit of speculation here. But and we usually don't get into the business of speculation too often. But there was a tweet sent out by a person named Jeff Morrell, which Jeff Morrell is the Chief Corporate Affairs Officer. Tweeted out a tweet that has since been deleted, but was out there long enough for people to get wind of it. But his tweet says, "Just another day at the office. Got to test ride the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster at Epcot Center. Walt Disney Co. Imagineers designed this one like no other ride you've ever been on. Have to ride it to believe it. Check it out starting Memorial Day weekend." So that wow. that tweet has since been yanked down. But it's got the rumor mill going. And he's legit, So it's we haven't seen an official announcement from Disney Parks or the Walt Disney Company. Welcome in, and good to see you, Annie Coog 86. But it's a reputable source, and so who knows if he just made an oopsie and didn't realize that they hadn't announced that yet. But I'm going to bet if it wasn't already booked up, that Memorial Day weekend reservations for on property or park reservations probably just got booked up.
Yeah, that would the unemployment line would be longer tomorrow. It may be. Oh, hey, Annie. Welcome in if I didn't see it before. Thanks for dropping those links, Jonathan. Jonathan is on it. Speculate away. There you go. That's what we do.
So, yeah, we're usually not in the business of hearsay. But, it's from a pretty legit source. Who knows? Maybe since he already tweeted it out, maybe that gave him a little bit of nudge to go, And here's the thing. I can almost guarantee they probably didn't want to announce that yet, just because they don't want to overshadow the opening of the Halicon.
That's true.
Which the Halicon opens, it starts reservations, I believe, on March 1st. Now, there are some influencers who are getting to experience it early. Our friends, we hung out with some very close friends that live down the street. But anyway, we hung out with them earlier, and they name dropped several of the influencers that are there getting to experience the Galactic Star Cruiser. And so, we'll see how it all turns out. But I'm going to guess they would have waited to make an announcement like that until after the opening of the Halicon, the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah, because that's huge news, guys. That's really huge news. And this guy, oh my goodness, talk about open mouth, insert foot. That was a big one. And that tweet was yanked down almost immediately, but it was there. It was out there already. So Julian said that she sent a couple of pictures of the chapel, if you want to pull those up. Hi, Debbie.
Let's see.
It's so great to see everybody. Thanks for being here, everybody. Friday break. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Elena, welcome. Aloha. Yeah, Friday is going to be busy, and I just have to think I might be able to share those a different way, not in a nice.
Oh yeah, aloha. Welcome in, Elena.
Might be able to do them. Yeah. I'll be able to do them a little bit different way. But we had a great time, guys, and I highly recommend Hot Springs. If you have questions about Hot Springs, oh hey Tata. Oh no, you're not. You are never early nor late, but you arrive precisely when you mean to.
Oh, welcome in, Debbie. Debbie Burnfield. Welcome in. Great to see you too.
Debbie, welcome. Anyway, again, if you have any questions about Hot Springs or, that you think we might be able to answer, let us know, places to eat, that kind of thing, because we have been a good bit and we love it. Absolutely love it. And it is a very different trip. Downtown Hot Springs is just, especially at Christmas time. We also have some Christmas vlogs up on the channel from Hot Springs. So if you want to see, Bathhouse Row, as it was last week, and then Bathhouse Row all decorated up for Christmas. We've got that on there too. So by all means, check it out. And so it was good. And now, so after we left Hot Springs, I packed everything up, and I've got sinusitis. You'll have to come. I'm struggling a little bit tonight, but we're gonna get through it. Dad Fields, welcome. Good to see you, Chris.
Yeah, welcome in, Chris. Great to see you.
Welcome. Good to see you. I packed up there and came straight down to Tyler, Texas. And Tyler, Texas is Rose City. Tyler's claim to fame is, it was kind of an oil well, kind of an oil city. But they have the Tyler Rose Garden here is just an amazing place. They have Caldwell Zoo, which we visited yesterday, and our granddaughters were here, and Kylie was here. A lot of you know Kylie and have met her, and she was here, and we just had a really good time. Went to the Tyler Zoo. It's a smaller zoo. Again, I had some pictures, but it's a little bit smaller zoo.
Did you email that PowerPoint, Mom? It never came across.
It wouldn't go. It was too big.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, it was just too big. So, but I will come back over it and go through it maybe next week. We'll come back to that. But I would really appreciate everybody being here. Oh, I'm behind in chat, guys. Wow. Yeah. All right. So while you work on that, I will go ahead. Let's see, let me find where we are. That tweet, guys, is really big. And again, I'm sure that if that Memorial Day weekend, if those two dates, Memorial Day weekend is on, Memorial Day is on Monday, May 30th. So that weekend would be Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th. So I bet you there is a mad scramble to fill it, to get reservations for those dates. So, and again, that tweet was yanked pretty quickly. So, but the internet is eternal. So
Yeah.
you can't really delete it.
So
It was
Jillian
corporate
said,
affairs officer Jeff Morrell. So
yeah,
Jeff is probably dealing with some backlash from that.
a little bit. Yeah, he probably got smacked on the head a little bit there. So yeah, Jillian had sent the picture here of or man, I keep going in and out. Sorry, everyone. That feels like your 3D, a little cheap 3D trick there. Zoom it in on the picture, but you can see the you can see the wood and then the glass there backdrop.
Yeah. Zoom in
And then we
there
had
somewhere.
lanterns. Yeah. Oh, there we
go.
I can't really directionally. Oh, never mind. I can. There we go.
You can.
Oh. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. Because I'm in the Gmail preview mode. But so that's a nice picture. Here's us, very pretty wooded area. Us standing on a little bridge there, and then us on that little pathway.
It's just gorgeous.
Some
And
fun
interestingly enough, it snowed, guys. It snowed the weekend. These two got married. Yeah, this is William and Jillian's wedding.
Yeah. So those are fun, but yeah, just wanted to show those since Jillian wanted me to share. Went ahead and show those to everybody. Everybody say ooh. Everybody say ah. How sweet. But anyway, so yeah, very pretty chapel. It's beautiful. And they do every year they have tulips. And so you can go up there. It's a beautiful area. Christmas time, they didn't this past year, due to COVID, I think. But usually they have a bunch of Christmas lights up, and it's beautiful to visit and walk around and see all the lights, and go there and see all the tulips whenever those are in season. But very, very nice.
It is.
Yeah, Anthony Chapel, Garvin Gardens in Hot Springs. Welcome in, Space Mountain, Dave Cantrell. Thanks for being here. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, Dave. Yeah, Jillian, I remember because we had your rehearsal dinner scheduled at the Arlington in the Fountain Room, and the director, the lady who's directs events at the Arlington, called and said, "Hey, we were just calling to see with the snow and everything if you guys are still coming," and I said, "If we have to helicopter in, we'll be there." And she said, "Okay, well, we'll have it ready." And they did an absolutely gorgeous job with it was just beautiful. It was just a beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
But the Arlington did an amazing job with your rehearsal dinner, and everything was just beautiful. Okay, what if he was supposed to send out that tweet? Is there any reservations anywhere on property available for Memorial Day week? Yep, exactly. Yeah, when people start finding, that's what I thought. In fact, I thought about calling calling Jennifer at Mickey Travels and saying, "Hey, I need tickets really fast, for that week." I really thought about it. It's good to see you, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, Stacy. Yeah, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I have a feeling it was an uh-oh.
Yeah, I would imagine.
City, I have a feeling it was an uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
That's
right. Okay, well, we'll continue with Disney news. Let me show these two things that I picked up. We went to Home Goods today, guys, and I know that you're all probably familiar with Home Goods. It's a great place. Home Goods is like a giant Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
And you have to really look. Jeff was with me, and you have to really look because so many times they have these awesome treasures, and they're like at the back of the shelf, and you have to like bend over and turn sideways and move stuff out of the way.
Make you work for it.
You do. They make you work for it. But at Home Goods, y'all also know that if you don't buy it, it might not be there the next time
free.
you
That's
Okay.
cool.
So look, guys, look what I found.
Oh, nice. That's
This
neat.
is a salt. This is a salt and pepper shaker.
Oh, that's
Are
fun.
those just cute? Aren't those cute?
Yeah.
It's Lilo and Stitch. Now these are pretty good size. Um, they're about, well, you can see the size of my hand.
Yeah, I was about to
They're
say,
about
yeah.
4 inches tall. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're about 4 inches tall.
Yeah, I'd guess
Lilo
2.5 or
is.
3. But yeah, that's really neat.
Aren't they cute?
They are.
So Stitch is drinking a little drink there, and Lilo's playing the ukulele. And of course, we went to Hawaii um, last February, and so anything Lilo and Stitch, catches my eye now. So,
Yeah.
uh, but yes, I love this. I just had to have them, and
Now you
I've
have to
kind
come
of
up with a fun summer table setting.
exactly. You know me so well. So, and here's what I picked up for you, William. Um, you've spent so much time in the kitchen, and Julie and William have a Disney kitchen, just like mine.
We
Just
do.
like a lot of them here. And this was just too cute, and I got it for you. William has been cooking a lot lately.
I've been learning the tools of the trade via HelloFresh,
Yeah,
and getting more comfortable being in the kitchen. Um, but it's been
making some
fun.
good dishes.
I mean, yeah, not to, not to toot my own horn, but some of it's turned out pretty well. And I can follow instructions pretty well. One of my big things about, getting in the kitchen cooking, and I can make, some basic stuff previously, but I was so scared of, potentially ruining it. That it just kind of made me nervous, especially like cooking any sort of meat. What if I don't cook it long enough? And so,
Right.
I was nervous about all that. But HelloFresh has been a great way
Oh yeah,
to
step by
learn it
step.
all,
Oh,
and it tastes great also.
it's fantastic. Yeah, HelloFresh. We did a Blue Apron for a little while,
Mm.
and that's something that I would do again. Exact measurements, step by step with pictures.
A lot of times they
Anyone
already
can
have the
cook.
stuff measured out for you as well, so you just got to
Yeah,
open the packet and dump it in.
yeah.
So
Everything's fresh, arrives
yeah,
in, packed in ice packs. Anyone can cook.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this is so
The,
true. So this is what I got for you.
the
This is a
word from
spoon
Gusto.
rest.
Oh, sweet!
This is a
I love
spoon
it.
rest.
That is amazing.
Is that
Oh,
cool?
that's so cool.
That's a spoon
Oh,
rest, guys.
that's awesome.
Let's
I
see.
don't
Let's see.
think aside from our cookie cutters, yeah, that's fantastic. Um, oh, that's so cool. Um, but yeah,
This
I'm
was
super
let's see. This
excited.
was regularly $8. It was $5.99.
Sweet, that's money
So
well
isn't that
spent.
neat?
Yeah, I'm
I
fired up
just thought it
about
was
that.
too cute.
So we have a
So
Mickey one currently, and it's like a bunch of
yeah,
sketches with Mickey. Um, yeah, Stacy said, where did you get that? At Home Goods.
Home
So
Goods. Yeah.
Mom hit the Home Goods lottery with
I
that one.
did. I
Uh,
did. And I got, yeah, it's just, gosh, this is just, look at that, guys. That's just really cute.
yeah, that's fantastic. I'm pumped about that. Uh,
Yeah. And it's a good size too. It's a,
so
it's a
yeah,
really nice size.
we've got
Oh,
a few Disney things. I think honestly, I want to say that may be, in terms
yeah.
of,
What else
aside
does
from
it
cookie cutters, I I think that may be our only Star Wars kitchen utensil. Or we have a Force Awakens
Okay.
popcorn bucket, but
Yeah.
it's missing a piece out of the bottom. So I think that may be, aside from our popcorn buckets from Disney also.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm trying to think. So we have the BB-8 sipper. Um, I'm trying to think.
I can't think of anything Star Wars in your kitchen.
I can't think either.
It's mostly like Mickey and Minnie, and
Yeah.
and
I
I
mean,
don't have anything either. I have a couple of refrigerator magnets that are Mandalorian, but
I've been
yeah, I
real
thought it was
tempted
just
on a couple of occasions to pursue some of those waffle makers. We've already got a Mickey one, but
yeah.
they make some really cool ones, like the Millennium
Oh, they do.
Falcon, like the
Yeah, yeah.
Mandalorian
Oh, yeah,
helmet, Boba Fett,
they do.
the
Yeah. Anything
Jedi
you
and
want.
Empire, Grogu. I think
Just
there's
do a
even one of
search.
him in the pram.
Oh,
So yeah,
I hadn't seen that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many different ones, but I'm
Lilo and
excited
Stitch,
about
guys.
that.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you like it. I thought you needed that. I thought of
Yeah,
you, and I almost bought one for myself. I probably should have,
yeah,
but
probably
that
should
one's
have.
coming to
If they
you.
if they had multiple, there's probably several people in the chat disappointed that you didn't get more.
Oh, I know. I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think of it. I didn't think of it. Let's see. It's well, I could try going back tomorrow, couldn't I? Let's see.
Yeah,
The Leo and Stitch salt and pepper shakers were regularly $18, and I got them for $10.99.
sweet.
So,
Yeah, you need to come up with a Hawaiian table setting to go along with them
oh yeah. Well,
with
I
some of
will.
your Aulani stuff.
I will. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. But yeah, gosh, I might go back, guys, and um get
Sweet.
there were three. And again, you have these little chats with yourself, and you think to yourself, you have, like, I was going to buy a mug, and my husband looked at me like my face had turned green, and so
I'm telling you.
I said, honey, where are you going to put another mug?
I'm
And
telling
so
you.
you have to
I don't
rein
even drink
yourself
coffee.
in.
Yeah, I don't even drink coffee, and we still have a cupboard full of coffee mugs. And and some of them are kind of generic. Some of them have special meaning that are outside of Disney, believe it or not. But
Right.
Disney makes so many super cool coffee mugs that it is hard
Oh,
when you see one you really like. It's hard to let it go.
they keep cranking them out, and
I still have some,
I
even though I don't drink coffee. I'll drink hot chocolate out of them, or
right.
the occasional hot tea. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're loaded up as well, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
Stacy.
I saw that. That was pretty good.
Okay, so I'm going to tell Jeff we got to go back and see if we can snag the other two. Stacy, I have not forgotten you. I promise. I'm such a bad friend. I have not forgotten your package. I promise I have not forgotten your package.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now that I'm so tardy, I'm going to have to throw in something extra to make up for it anyway, right?
Stacy said, I just told Ray we have to start going into Home Goods. And he asked why. I told him about the spoon rest. And he said, we have to start going into Home Goods. Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
See what great tips y'all pick up on the Hitchhiking Bones.
Funny.
We try, guys.
So here was another one, too, that I got a good kick out of. Jillian, so at Home Goods is where Jillian got her Mickey Christmas plates. And she saw the Christmas plates on your cookie stream that we did for Hitchhiker Chat, and she thought you took one of them. She was like, "Wait a second, those are our plates." Oh, goodness gracious!
I remember that
it's so funny.
stream, and I had those showed up at TJ Maxx here. Is where I got mine. They showed up at TJ Maxx.
Oh, funny.
Great minds, Jillian. What can I say? Great minds think alike. Anyway, okay. Shall we jump into the next item, William?
Yeah. So Jeff Morrell. So we'll see if we get the Guardians coaster Cosmic Rewind. I don't know, maybe just because he did that. At this point, it feel like a bait and switch, so we'll see. But other big news is that the Main Street Electrical Parade dates have been announced.
Yeah.
It will return April 22nd, 2022. And this is from Walt Disney World News Today. The Main Street Electrical Parade is returning to Disneyland Park April 22nd, 2022 for its 50th anniversary. Disney Live Entertainment has heavily modified the To Honor America finale and to instead feature mostly new and some classic Disney stories. The character selection seems to be kind of going an inclusivity route. Just it seems to feature which it makes sense whenever you read Let's see here. The concept art shows how the float has been updated. The sequence is inspired by both the original design of the Main Street Electrical Parade floats and Mary Blair's iconic style. It features more than a dozen Disney animation and Pixar stories, including Encanto. So there was Mirabel and Antonio. I can remember from the concept art. There's Frozen, Pocahontas, The Jungle Book, Raya and the Last Dragon, Aladdin, Coco, Mulan, Brave, and The Princess and the Frog.
Right.
And so, so if you look at it closely, the concept art, which maybe I can look that up and share it here in a second. It includes some of the elements from To Honor America. So if you remember, the To Honor America, I believe, had the long flag. And so you kind of see that going on with the characters on it. And the flag was draped across multiple units. And then the fireworks above, and the tall eagle at the very end is now just an amalgamated castle. So let me see if I can pull up and share real quick
what that looks like. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm thinking about how I want to express my opinions on this. I'm going to try to be tactful, guys.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of no-no-nos. Yeah, lots. Jillian's right. Great movies represented, but to take something that's celebrating, the 50th, we're bringing it back, but we're bringing it back different. There are times where it's like, okay, that's neat. And then there's times where it's like, should we have done that? Probably shouldn't have done that. But now we'll see where it lands. We haven't seen it. Now, Jillian says they are forcing Frozen and Moana down our throats.
You're a bad influence.
Let's see here. All right. Okay. I'm going to share. This is actually from the Disney Parks site, if I can get my screen shared here.
If you have seen the Main Street Electrical Parade, raise your hand. Okay. All right. I have seen the Main Street Electrical Parade, and I can tell you that the Salute to America section it's at the very end. Those floats were huge. The last one was really, really long. They probably actually had trouble turning it. It was so big.
So if you follow my cursor there, it would, I'm going to zoom in a lot. So here at the front, we've got the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio. You've got the, it escapes me. The columns where Hercules goes to see Zeus, and a bunch of other stuff here. Looks like Hercules holding a lightning bolt. You've got Miguel from Coco holding a guitar. You've got Tiana, I think, from Princess and the Frog. You've got Moana on her boat. I'm guessing this is Raya here with a sword. And then you've got, who is that? Pocahontas, maybe, right here. And then on the back, I think that's her with a bunch of leaves around her. And you've got Elsa and Anna facing each other, looks like. Oh, never mind. There's Raya. So I bet that's Mulan then. So, yeah, this is probably Mulan. And then this is Raya. And then I'm thinking this is maybe Mowgli, possibly. It's very hard to tell. And then, let's see. I think this one's Antonio and Mirabel. And then I'm not sure who these two are. Maybe. But then the back just kind of looks like a hodgepodge. I'm guessing that's where the eagle was, I think, there at the back. But let me zoom out here. And, here's much better looks at the concept art. There's got an Aladdin and Jasmine on the carpet with Mirabel and Antonio from Encanto. You've got...
And that is probably the flag that used to be the flag. On it. Let's see.
I guess that's all the concept art they actually gave us, at least on Disney Parks blog. So the other news, too, is that, trying to find it. World of Color, I believe, is also coming back. I lost my. Let's see here. There we go. So April 22nd, the Main Street Electrical Parade and Disneyland Forever Fireworks Spectacular will return to Disneyland Park. World of Color will return to Disney California Adventure Park that same day. Fantasmic will return to Disneyland Park May 28th. So there we are. There's our news there.
Okay. There are the dates.
But yeah, big news, especially for people like the Monarchs that are out there.
Huge news,
on the West Coast. But the funniest part to me was of this announcement was just all the people in the comments saying, "Cool, what about Disney World?"
Right.
Here we are, 50th anniversary. And here's your Disneyland news. All get excited about all this Disneyland stuff coming back. It's like,
right,
psst, the 50th is still going on.
Thank you.
So I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
They really, I'm just floating this out there, but they really need to bring back Fantasmic at Walt Disney World, preferably before the end of April. But I digress. We'll continue moving on. But yeah, big news. How's everybody in the chat feeling? I'll share my screen.
People are sharing their opinions.
Yeah.
Mike said the reason why is Disneyland is for the 50th anniversary. The parade is because it debuted there, and I get that. I understand that, Mike. I understand that. But I'll tell you, guys, they really have not done it. I'll just say it. They've not done a good job of celebrating the 50th at Walt Disney World other than to sell stuff.
A lot of people have already said the Paris 30th has already seems to have had bigger fanfare than the 50th.
Well, I think I don't think they could have done a worse job on October what was it, the 1st? The 8th?
Yeah.
The 1st.
It was the 1st.
The 1st. October 1st was the actual 50th anniversary of the opening of Walt Disney World. I don't think they could have done a worse job on that day of celebrating, if you can even call it that, of acknowledging the 50th. All they've done, really, guys, is sell things. And so, we're having a problem with it. Disney, we're having a problem
the other
with
thing.
it.
So, this was not in our notes for the show, but they also announced that. There you go.
That's true, Julian.
Texas Takes. So I saw that as well. I saw people commenting on this. Texas Takes.
Hey, Ed.
So shout out to Ed and Heather. And Mom's not at home, otherwise she'd show off Figment. But I could guarantee you that Figment's in good care, Ed. But
Ed says, he's happy.
Interesting. I received a Disney survey request to rate Enchantment versus Happily Ever After. I'll tell you what, people. If you don't answer this honestly, dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. Dishonor. In the words of Mood School. Because Enchantment's fine, but it's no Happily Ever After. Let's be real. And if you disagree, I respectfully
dishonor on you and dishonor on your cow.
I respectfully disagree,
and strenuously disagree.
But anyway, make sure to be honest with that survey. And I'm hoping at some point I get that survey. But if you don't answer that survey, honestly, it's going to make me look like this. the grumpy wishable.
They need to get some genuine feedback.
Yeah,
from us, guys. They do. They need to.
Yeah,
they do.
Wow. Not happy.
Well, okay. Here. Okay, go.
Jillian's right. The floats from the concept art do look gorgeous.
They do.
But I was going to say the other thing too is they've done some work on Splash Mountain during the 50th. Expedition Everest is currently closed. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is the 50th celebration.
Yeah.
And granted, I get it. You're going 18 months. But what are you doing? Like, the 50th was on the calendar. Like, do some.
Did we not know it was coming up?
Yeah, do some strategic planning and make sure that everything's in its best condition prior. And I understand every now and then you've got to update things, but you do all that when it's the 49th year, not the 50th anniversary. But anyway, off my soapbox. Nobody's here for that. Yeah. Thanks for that, Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan gets extra points for making the hostess die laughing.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, awesome.
And where do you think he gets those eyebrows?
Combine honestly. But that's wonderful one of Walter. Mark and Irene said, I've seen it in the storage shed backstage too. It's really cool. It was really cool to see back in the day. Abby? Very steampunk. Talking about the Main Street Electrical Light Parade, that float. Yeah. And Jilly's right. It does look pretty. Mike said the float, the Salute to America, looked like sizzling bacon. That's funny. Yeah. Olympus. That was right, Stacy. I'm getting caught up in chat here. Yes, Jillian, the Christmas World of Color was amazing. It was awesome. They did the I want to say Mannheim Steamroller, but that's not it. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They played one of those songs and had it was during a Goofy segment as he's trying to decorate a house, and they had all the fire going and all the lights during that World of Color show. It was awesome. Okay, Mike says Everest hasn't had a lengthy refurbishment. I think they pushed it back at least to end of April.
I think that,
But yeah, it's like, come on, people. Let's get our act together. And stop refurbishing things during your 50th celebration. Right. I can understand if there are security, or safety concerns. I get it. Right. Stuff happens, but you got to have your act together. Do some planning. Make sure that as many things as can be open for such a celebration as this are open. And I get there, to a degree, there's extenuating circumstances, but come on.
I think the only thing that they said they were going to put into a lengthy refurb, and not just a refurb, but a retheming or reimagining that they backed off of was Spaceship Earth. You remember?
Yeah. Spaceship Earth, and also they said
down.
It was going to go down. Who in the world was in charge of that? I would love to know.
Yeah. That was just nonsense.
You're going to redo one of the most classic rides, and completely reimagine it during the 50th. Come on now. Let's get real, especially with all of Epcot torn up also. Not the World Showcase section, but the front of the park. Yeah, let's get real. Let's see here.
We have a lot to say about that. And we've talked about it on other streams.
We're pretty good about not getting too soapboxy for the most part, I think. And I could really grill them if I so chose. And we can roast. We can roast them. And we have off screen. But we try to keep things positive here as much as we can. I want to say Garrett makes a great point that they do raise ticket prices like clockwork. And so again, it's things like that that just kind of don't sit right with me.
There are just some things that they, and they're kind of stacking up, folks. They really are. And okay, so circling back around to Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yeah.
I think I've said on the stream a couple times, once they announced that they were bringing the Main Street Electrical Parade back, that when I found out when it was opening, I was there. Did I say that, William? I said, we're going when we find out, because you've never seen it. in person.
Yeah, I don't believe I have.
And guys, they, with this announcement, now don't get me wrong, I love the IP. I think the IP is great, but Main Street Electrical Parade is a sacred cow. We do, especially for its 50th anniversary, just leave it like it is, and let us bask in the nostalgia. So the insult to me is, okay, we're going to change it for its 50th. We're going to change it so it's completely different than what you remember from when you were 5 years old. But the insult to injury is that they rethemed the Salute to America floats. Guys, that does not sit well with me. I'll just tell you. That float was incredible. Leave it alone for the 50th. Stop choking us to death with IP. Stop. And I again, we try not to rant, guys, and we try to keep it very positive, but there are some things that Disney just needs to be called out on. And I'll tell you, I was ready, and I had even told Jeff, and said, when we find out when Main Street Electrical Parade is coming, we need to book something. We need to get some tickets and head out that way. And he was for it. Guys, I don't know if I even want to go. If they've changed it, never say never, but I really, they rethemed the salute. They rethemed the salute, Mark. They took the Salute to America float and that section, and that's where they're adding all of this IP, all this new IP. They just did away with that section of the parade. That's what I'm upset about. And I don't know. They rethemed the float. They did, Elena. I'm serious. And that's what the article says. Walt Disney World News Today, pretty reliable. And they put the concept art up. So that's the problem that I have. You're taking, you're celebrating the 50th anniversary of this great parade that everybody, loves so much, and let's change it. Oh, let's change all that. I don't like it, guys. Especially that they took away the floats that they chose to retheme were Salute to America. That's what I have a problem with. Remember, guys, Walt Disney was a patriot. And if you don't believe that, why is Liberty Square there? Why do we have the Liberty Bell, the Hall of Presidents? He was a lover of American history. He was a patriot. And we have visitors to these parks. We have visitors, foreign visitors. There's that wonderful. It was a crazy impressive, that big
there's the float. Yeah,
there's the float. That's the one and this enormous eagle, gold, a bald eagle at the end of it was incredibly. And then you had the attendants there. It's just incredible float, and that's the one they chose to
dressed in colonial outfits.
The rest of the colonial.
So for comparison's sake, I still have the other. I still have the other article up. So we've gone from the flag to this here. Which you got you got the Blue Fairy, you got Hercules, several. What they say, a dozen movies are represented. Disney and Pixar movies are represented. So imagine they've removed the stripes here, red and white stripes, and the eagle in the back, and they've added a bunch of characters on top of it. And they still have maintained some of the elements of kind of the flowing. It still looks like still looks kind of, somewhat
flag,
similar
so.
to flag, waving. But
Right.
yeah, as I jump back and forth between the two, they replaced the big eagle at the back with a large castle structure. But it, it does have. I will say that it's, well, yeah. Mikey says, "I'm glad they're bringing back the Blue Fairy." I agree. There, to me, there are certain things that are just, when you hear them, it just kind of represents Disney. And I think that When You Wish Upon a Star with Jiminy Cricket is one of those things. And so it is, I will say, with all this, somewhat newer stuff added in, granted Jungle Book is represented among these as well, which is an older film. Right. But I am glad to see, I will say that, let's see here. I will say that it is neat that they incorporated the Blue Fairy and that they did mix in, it's all not stuff that has come around in only my lifetime, that they still have a couple of things that are, predate me.
A little older.
Yeah. But yeah, so there we go. So this section here is what is being reimagined. And there's the concept art, and that's per Disney Parks. So you can see up close one of the floats.
And I, now that's, they when they did, they did my brain is not functioning at the moment. The new fireworks show, Enchantment. They did Enchantment, and then they also reimagined Illuminations and turned it into Harmonious. We're just bombarded with IP. Yeah. Well, that's great, but the IP is wonderful. Obviously, I love Disney IP. I love all the characters. I mean, it wouldn't be Disney without them. But guys, this float here and the Hall of Presidents and all of the things that refer to, Frontierland, Liberty Square, all of the sections of the park that honor American history are also IP. And they're also Walt's idea. They're not necessarily IP. But they're Walt's addition to the parks. He loved the country. He wanted the country honored. And for them to remove this iconic float for the 50th, I don't like it. I'm not pleased with that at all. I'm just not.
So Mikey says, I'm reading the article now. The reason why they're changing it is it's going to be themed around togetherness and unity, which I get. They're doing the characters in, it's the small world style, and I get that. Right. But I will say this, and I do like that it's going to have Mary Blair inspiration too.
I do love that.
World style characters. Mikey said it's themed around togetherness and unity.
Well, I'll tell you guys.
You can't say that about today, seemingly. But is that not what America's all about? So many different cultures.
E pluribus unum.
So many different cultures represented. And people have come from everywhere. And they come to America, and they're proud to be American. And the floats in America. It's one thing if the float was at Disneyland Paris or one of the other parks. Oh goodness gracious, Ed. Exactly. Okay, let's see. Mikey says Salute to America was not an opening day float, by the way.
But it's I saw it when I was there, Mike. I don't care whether it was an opening day float or not. It was added. Yeah. And I don't know, guys. I'm a little worried about it. I don't like this. I'm not excited about going to see Main Street Electrical Parade now. I know what all those cartoons are about. I know, and many of them I love, but this direction, that Disney is going greatly concerns me. And I think to yank this sends a signal that is, the flag, our flag, guys, is the flag of our country, and it should unite us.
Yeah.
And Ed is 100% right. The Lincoln animatronic says so much about what Walt held dear. And, to pull this float.
Was it 64 World Fair?
Yes. If you want to do it after the 50th, leave it as is so that people can come who've never seen this float like William and see this great parade as it is. And after that, go back and refurb it.
Yeah.
After the 50th anniversary of the parade, then go back and refurb it.
I would like to know how many years it's been since the Main Street Electrical Parade had been in the U.S. I would like to know the answer to that.
Right.
But yeah, it's yeah. I mean, what can you say? I think y'all said it pretty well.
It's. I'm just. I don't care for. And again, I realize.
And it's not a slight against these. Any of the things that they're adding, but we just seem to keep tweaking things. It's at a time where we're supposed to be celebrating anniversaries, we keep changing things up.
Right.
Whereas the anniversaries, are usually a nostalgic period where you can look back and celebrate those times. And I get it, things, and Walt would say, that what is it? As long as
they'll never be finished.
Yeah, the parks will never be finished, and I get all that, but I don't think now is the time to update this. I think it's just the timing thing. That
well, me. And that's I think you're now. That's William. That's an excellent point. The timing of it. It's like I said. If you want to change it, wait until after the anniversary.
Yeah.
Leave it alone so people can see it in its original form. And then if you want to go back and re-theme it and then, bring it back and say, then I don't have as much of a problem with it. But to do all this, that they've done, especially at Walt Disney World with the 50th anniversary of the park, at a time when people are, it's inherent in the term anniversary.
Yeah.
To look back on the good times, to look back at at the wonderful things that you've done, and if you change all of it, then you can't really do that. So anyway, again, I have a problem with the timing on this, and I'm not happy. I don't know if I'll go see it or not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's and Jillian makes an excellent point here. It's like what they're trying to do is take away the past and not want to celebrate it and push the future onto us, which I think that's safe to say. I'm not, we're not being tinfoil hat people here when we say that. That is 100% what's happening. Case in point, and we didn't talk about this heavily enough, which I'm not trying to take over the show or yank us off track too far here, but case in point, we went to our friend's house and had dinner with them tonight, and my buddy Garrett wanted to watch the broom scene or the mop scene from Fantasia, and right at the beginning of Fantasia, you get the 10-second cultural warning. Before that, and he said, "What? Seriously?" I guess he'd never noticed it before, but yeah, I mean they're 100%. You can still find it. Yeah. Like what makes me, what grinds my gears. That's funny. Other Garrett, Monarch Moments Garrett. What grinds my gears. And granted, we have multiple profiles. Wyatt's got a kid's profile. He doesn't ever watch anything without our supervision anyway. But You can't find Aladdin on a kid's profile on Disney Plus. It's not there.
Or Peter Pan.
Or Peter Pan or Dumbo.
Or Peter Pan.
You know, all this iconic Disney material.
Yeah.
Which, again, anybody who's followed us for any amount of time, and the thing is, there's such a disconnect because it's like, okay, you know, you can't find it on a kid's profile, but we're still going to show it in the parks. We're still got the carpets of Aladdin. We've still got the Peter Pan ride, which has always got a 75-minute wait for some reason.
That's right. That's right.
And so, anyway, as a child, Aladdin was my favorite. War Groove in it. That poor VHS has to be one of the toughest VHSs in all the land. That's true. That is got to be one of the strongest VHS tapes that has ever been designed, because I watched that bad boy all the way through, and then rewinded it all the way back, and all the way through, start to finish, all the way through, all over again.
At age 2, starting at age 2, you would sit through a full-length Disney movie.
And people, you know,
and your dad and I can still quote the script start to finish. Yeah.
And the part that bugs me is that as a child, not once did I grow up thinking, you know what, I should look down on these people because they're portrayed a certain way. Cartoons are cartoons. But to me, it only made me that much more interested in their culture. And it's like, okay, where they're from looks different than where I'm from. You know, I like Aladdin. I like Jasmine. I love the genie.
Exactly.
Boo, all the characters minus Jafar. You know, was it Jafar? Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great. Genie says. Yeah. But you know, same thing. Jillian said that, and the one I watched Pocahontas on. Yeah. So Jillian wore a groove in Pocahontas like I wore a groove in the Aladdin VHS. But never once did I ever watch Aladdin and think any less of anybody else. If anything, I was amazed by their architecture. It made me, the marketplace different than anything. I mean, shoot, I grew up in Northeast Texas, way different than anything I'd ever seen. But it just made me more interested in their culture. And Jillian said my love of the Native Americans has always stemmed from the movie Pocahontas. Exactly.
There you go.
And yet, and what also bugs me too is how they've pick and choose which movies are offensive and which aren't.
That's true. That's true.
Because there is straight up racial strife between the colonials, the white settlers, and the Native Americans in Pocahontas. Yes. There's a whole song, Savages, Savages, Barely Even Human. And yet somehow Pocahontas is on the kid's profile, as far as I know. And Aladdin's not. So, if you want to go that route, if you want to find something to be offended about, if you're that type of individual, you'll find it. I said, here we are.
I know.
I said I wasn't going to get in my soapbox, but here we are. Okay. Sorry. Anyway. Well, all that to say, to sum things up, Aladdin should be back on the kids' profile. Drop the cultural sensitivity warnings because it's weak and wimpy.
Yes, it is.
And there's no place for it. And I'm not here to offend anybody or make anybody feel bad. But
not at all.
We have to get thicker skins. Let's face it.
You grew up, William. I was always taught. My mom talked to me about things like that, and then she allowed me to think for myself. How about that? How about we allow people to think for themselves and decide what's appropriate and and what's not, instead of just deciding for us and arbitrarily removing stuff. I don't agree with that.
Exactly. But anyway, you know what?
I agree, Annie.
I love America. To go back to the parade discussion, I love America. Um, I I think it's neat, this reimagining of the float. You know, that's all fine and good. I think it's neat. I will say, like Mom, here it is. The IP, pushed right in front of us there again. But I think their concept art is really pretty. I think it's going to look beautiful. But it's mainly for us, it's a timing thing. At a time where you're supposed to be celebrating this iconic nighttime parade, they kind of yanked the carpet out from underneath you to a degree. So anyway, again, if I made anybody feel bad, I apologize. But
it'd be a little tougher, folks. Life is not, life is not always fair. Life is not always easy. Life is messy, and we have to learn how to deal with it. We have to learn how to make up our minds. To make decisions from a good conscience, and spiritual faith, and respect each other. Just respect each other. I never taught you, William, to disrespect any culture or any person.
Nope.
And that's the way I was raised, and that's the way your dad was raised. And so I'm very disappointed in this, guys. I'll tell you, this may have killed a trip to California for me.
Yeah. So I think it's, like I said, I think the concept of art is pretty. It's the timing thing that bothers us the most. Hey, have a good night, Amy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, Amy.
But yeah, we got off track a bit there. But again, it's our show, so we can do what we want. But again, we don't want to offend anybody. And we consider, those of you that are watching live, those of you watching on the replay, we consider you to be our friends. And if you disagree, that's okay. That's fine. We can disagree and still be friends, which is yet another thing we need to relearn in this country.
Absolutely. Amen to that. Amen to that. And I don't, but I am not apologizing for loving my country.
Oh, no.
There is nowhere, guys, on the planet. And is it kind of a mess? Yes, it's kind of a mess.
Have a good night, Dave.
As long as we, our Constitution has pulled us back from the brink many times. Our Constitution, guarantees us freedom to pursue our goals. The pursuit of happiness, guys. We all have that freedom to pursue those goals, and I just feel very strongly that. I can't think of anywhere else on the planet that I feel so blessed to have been born here. That there are so many people, guys, there are people breaking down our borders trying to get in, every day. And so, if it was such a bad such a bad country, how come all these people are trying to get in and not out?
Yeah.
So,
which is valid. But we at the Hitchhiking Bones are proud to be Americans. We have had, we have many current and previous active, active duty and previously served individuals in our families, and they, lots of good people have gone to war to make our country what it is. And so, I think
we need to protect that.
Yeah. And so it's, I have no problem with saying I'm proud to be an American.
Dave. Yeah, me either.
So, and I won't apologize for that. That I will not apologize for. I'm a Christian first, but I will not also, I will not apologize for being a Christian. And I will also not apologize for being an American. Does our country potentially have, some areas that we could be better at? Of course.
Plenty.
But that's going to happen with any institution that involves human beings.
People.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
yeah.
Anyway,
because we're not perfect, guys, and that's why we have to extend each other some grace.
Yeah.
We got to extend each other some grace. We got to be more gentle with each other. We got to be more understanding with each other. And, I mean, and that's what's so, one of the things that's so great about our Disney community. We extend each other that grace. Our love of Disney, kind of unites us. And so, we and I a lot of Americans feel that way. I would hope that all Americans would, because guys, if you are born inside the borders of this country, you are blessed.
Yeah.
Period.
Great example here. Elena says the first time I traveled overseas, when I got home, customs told me welcome home, and I wanted to kiss the ground. Amen to that. It's nice.
I've traveled outside the United States too, Elena.
There are beautiful countries outside of our borders, and it's a small world, captures a lot of that spirit, of unity and everything. But feels good to get home.
It does.
But anyway, here, moving on here. Let's see here. Back to our notes. Real quick, Mark and Irene said, thoughts on influencer Star Cruiser trip? I mean, other than all of us being jealous. You know what? It would be really cool to be able to go. I would love to know what the criteria was. Granted, we don't have 1,000 subs, but I would love to know what the criteria was. Who gets the invite to the Star Cruiser? Is it all the Instagram folks with thousands of people? Are they primarily Disney? Okay, here we go. Mark says, I think they did a good job of grabbing a variety of influencers, not just Walt Disney World, but and not just Disney, but general family travel content people. Okay, so that's interesting.
Okay,
I would have. I'm going to guess they probably didn't grab as heavily from the Star Wars bunch due to fear of being absolutely roasted based on some of the things we've seen up to this point. But who knows? Again, I'm gonna. So these influencers, I'm sure, are gonna, Whenever they get the green light to drop their content, it's gonna hit us like an avalanche. And there's going to be all sorts of stuff out there. And so I feel like it's going to be a bit before we see true, honest reviews of this thing. So
that's true.
I'm very intrigued. That I follow a couple of Star Wars guys, and neither one of them, and they're both pretty big, and neither one of them got an invite to the Star Cruiser. And at least one of those guys is family friendly.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So it's and that's a good point. Jillian says they aren't going to want a ton of negativity out of these influencers' mouths. Okay, so Stacy says Friday. Is that when the influencers have the green light to drop their content, Stacy?
Is that it? Is that it? Yeah. And aren't you guys excited to hear about that? I feel like, guys, Walt Disney World News today, Tom always shoots straight over there. Tom does his best to shoot straight. He loves Disney, but when they do something that
is he there? Do you know if he's there, Mom? Okay, Friday is the green light. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Ann says the same thing. So Friday is the green light. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So we're looking forward to that.
There you go. That is why I'm waiting for Walt Disney World News Today, who is not media, to give their honest review. Well, there you go. So yeah, it's I have a good feeling.
That's a good point.
I have a good feeling about this versus I have a bad feeling about this. I have the feeling they probably picked the people that are least likely to tear them a new one, or slam them, or gun down their X-wings, if you will.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
very intrigued. So, again, there's at least one person that's good to know. Mikey says Walt Disney World News Today is going to go. There's a Star Wars channel that I follow that's going to be going soon after March 1st. I'm looking forward to his feedback because he's a big Star Wars guy and he loves all things Star Wars, including sequel trilogy. So his review should be pretty solid. But yeah, it's that's funny.
Yeah, Mikey says, don't get me wrong. I love a lot of the influences you're going, but with them having to be under Disney's media, you're not going to get an honest review. And so it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting, guys, to for all of us to dive into that content. It really will, and see what they really thought. And we know, all of us know influencers who probably will get to go at some point as media whose opinions we trust. So,
very intrigued. So let us know if you see a really good video on the Star Cruiser that then feel free to message us on Instagram. Send it our way. Send a link to the hitchhikingbones@gmail.com because we'd love to hear from you. Because we're excited about this. We're excited that that this is a thing. That it exists, and I don't know that we're ever going to. That's a good point, Mike. That is an excellent point, Mike.
That is an excellent point, Mike.
That is an excellent point.
Plus, they're not getting the full experience. They're not having to pay.
Exactly. That's a lot of credits.
Buddy.
A lot of credits there. But Emily said, "I'm not sure that someone who hasn't invested the $6,000 can give a true review because they don't have anything invested in the experience." That's Emily said it the same way that Mike said it.
100% on point, guys.
But so we're looking forward to this thing opening. We're going to be interested to see what we're able to see. In terms of the entertainment.
I hope it's good. I would love for it to just blow us away. Just be the greatest thing ever. The concept is so cool.
Yeah,
the concept.
Oh, we were thrilled about the initial concept art and just the announcement and everything. So, we want this thing to be successful. We don't want it to stink. And I'm still of the opinion that there's 3 people that should have been, well, 2. I'll narrow it down to 2. There's 2 people that should have been consulted about this, and that is George Lucas and Dave Filoni. And honorable mention, because he's knocked it out of the park recently, Jon Favreau. That would be my third. So, and that's the other, and there are people out there that,
if you're having a problem with it, like they obviously were when because when all the actual pictures, not the concept art, started coming out and people started howling. That's the time you pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Dave, hey, George, we need some help here, to save this, this sinking ship." Absolutely. Yeah. If they haven't done it, they need to do it.
Yeah.
And let's make this something that everybody can really, if you make this good enough, and guys, Disney is always wowing us. That's what they do, or that's what they have done in the past. Wow us this time.
Yeah. And so honestly too, thinking about it, and I hate to go off too deep into the Galactic Star Cruiser, but I was thinking about it and I was like, I saw the video of the Golden Boy, Josh D'Amaro doing the lightsaber bit where he holds the lightsaber up to these streams of light. And, somebody in our chat, I can't remember who it was. Somebody in our chat said, somebody in the chat said, they would have been better off doing the full like Luke Skywalker training helmet with Obi-Wan and the remote controller. The little ball goes up in the air. They would have been better off putting up one of those blast shield helmets on with the shield down and doing it VR style, in my opinion, versus holding up a lightsaber. Oh, let me, again, I could sit down on the floor and hold up a flashlight and turn the lights off in the room and recreate the experience seemingly.
Right.
So anyway, it's is what it is. I'm desperately hoping that this ends up being successful, and any parts that are lacking, I hope that they take the feedback and they improve them. But anyway,
absolutely, yeah.
Because Batuu looks great. Batuu looks great.
They can do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I saw a comment here. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Mike says, from my understanding, is that most of the media are going for a one-day experience and just getting a taste of what it's about. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And Mike also said he's waiting for WDW&T. They're paying out of pocket for 2 voyages back to back. Now, Mikey, that's a legitimate experience there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a legitimate.
That's a big chunk of change.
Pay this much money to go back-to-back trips so that they could, compare, the 2 trips and maybe, do more on the first one they do on the second, or the second one they do on the first one. So yeah, I didn't know that, Mike. That's great.
Hold on a second here. Mark and Irene said we won't be going until Wally is 7, since the lightsaber experience requires age 7. I don't see a single thing aside from unless they give you the super duper expensive lightsaber that retracts and everything, like shoots out and comes back in. Unless they're handing you one of those bad boys, I have a tough time from that demonstration. I have a tough time believing that there's anything that requires age 7 in that experience to be at.
Yeah.
And goodness gracious, they sent the younglings out there to fight Darth Vader in hand-to-hand lightsaber contact at the Jedi Academy at Hollywood Studios. And you mean to tell me that kids can't hold lightsabers up to cover off the light? Come on.
True. That's true. And somebody, one of our favorite people in the chat, was a stormtrooper for that experience, I believe.
And I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that
Mike shall remain nameless.
Yeah, I think that what am I going to say? I want to say that Daniel Disinfinity has an old video of him doing back in the day doing
welcome
that Jedi Academy also. Welcome in. Good to see you.
You'll have to be on Team Replay if you want to hear the Bones rant a little bit. We kind of got up on our soapbox, which we don't normally do, but again, Team Replay if you want to hear. You might have been ghosting, but lots of news.
Yeah. So
nice
anyway, welcome in. But yeah, so we're hoping, we're not, we never hope for them to fail on anything.
No.
So anyway, we're hoping that the Galactic Star Cruiser is awesome. Very intrigued to see honest reviews on it.
Thanks, VP.
All right, well, thanks for hanging in.
We didn't run you off, buddy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Let's pick after the stream to see whether or not anybody decided to jump ship on us. Subwise. But anyway. I hope it's awesome because I want it to be something that I can look forward to doing at some point. I want to add it to my Disney bucket list.
Absolutely.
In case you couldn't tell, I think Star Wars is pretty cool. I got Chewie over my right shoulder. I've got the little speakers of Boba and Chewie, and then my droid in the background. I got Baby Yoda over here.
We buy Mandalorian spoon rests. I have on my Mando spirit jersey tonight.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of like Star Wars a little bit. And by the way, a little pitch for our Fett Fever show coming up on Thursday.
Yeah.
While we're talking Star Wars, we're talking about the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett on Thursday at lunchtime. It'll be the last show of this series. That's a good point, Mikey.
That's a good point.
Plastic retractable lightsabers versus the $200 ones. Yeah, that's fair.
That's a good point.
But
but the kids were still facing down Darth Vader.
They were. Make no mistake about it. They were. They sent him right out there into the line.
They were fighting him back, Mike.
Yeah.
They're putting him on the road, putting him on the trail, as it were, on the whatever inappropriate Star Wars term there.
but yeah, so we're talking Book of Boba Fett season premiere or season finale on Thursday, 12:00 p.m. 12:00 p.m. Central, 1:00 p.m. Eastern, Walt Disney World time. But let's see here. Oh, bumper! You'll have to hopefully be able to do team replay, Mark and Irene.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Sean says, VP says, I want to. Let's see. I want Disney to sell me the retractable lightsaber they teased as well. Yeah, agreed.
No kidding.
What's funny is I saw some videos out there where people tried to kind of recreate what they did based off of a patent that they had filed for those.
Wow.
And so they weren't able to do it exact, but they at least had the general idea. So pretty neat. But anyway.
Oh, Debbie, good news. That's you keep going. Yeah, Debbie Birdfield is going through all of the movies.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All the movies. Yeah, keep us posted, Debbie, on are you enjoying them so far? Oh my gosh. I hope so. I hope you.
There's a good chance I'll probably end up wearing, some funny outfit on Thursday. So if you don't tune in for the show, at least make sure your team replay to see what I could potentially end up wearing to the stream on Thursday. Because for the previous last week's episode of the Book of Boba Fett, I decided to wear my Jedi robes, and I won't give away any spoilers there, but decided to wear my Jedi robes for last week's episode. So you have to tune in to see what crazy stuff I could come up with for for this week's stream.
I agree 100%, Stacy. She said if I have to say if I had the money to drop for the Star Cruiser, I would do it in a heartbeat. It's not only a childhood dream to live in the Star Wars galaxy, it's also a dream to be in space in general. Right, Stacy? Oh my goodness. I could not agree more. I feel the exact same way. Which is why, I've always been such a lover of sci-fi. That's why Tomorrowland is my favorite area of the park. I agree 100%. There's always SpaceX.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Looking around here. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat. So hopefully,
Debbie.
Glad we to hear that, Debbie. Just a few days removed. So a week from now is when whenever the normal people, the non-influencers will finally get to board the Star Cruiser. So, may the force be with you. All of those wonderful cast members that are going to be facilitating and performers that are going to be facilitating this experience. I hope that the Imagineers and the powers that be have set you up for success. And I hope it's awesome because I would love to hopefully add this to my Disney bucket list.
Too, yeah.
So,
great.
That's all I have to say about the Galactic Star Cruiser. Let's see here. There's a new Doctor Strange Loungefly bag. Did you have pictures of all this stuff? Oh, okay. Well,
I had.
We'll have to do show and tell next week whenever we have get the pictures pulled up. There's also
I gotta get back on my own internet, guys. So I'll have the juice that I need to do that stuff.
There's a new Haunted Mansion candle that's available in Disneyland. Also saw some other candles that were for sale recently too, but those were at Disney World. Different scents. I can't remember what they were.
It's a new Haunted Mansion, and thanks to all of our mods and people who send us those links and things
Yeah.
that keep us updated. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
And then there are currently Stitch plushies, little Stitch plushies, little keychain looking guys, in McDonald's Happy Meals.
There are,
So,
and I have one posted on our Instagram feed. I've gotten two, and Stacy, thank you for letting me know, because I don't know if I would have even known that they had those.
So I just happened
they're really
upon them.
cute.
Yeah, they are really cute. So I just happened upon them. Yeah, they're just little plushies, you know.
Little plush.
They're kind of
Would
flat.
make great bag charms, you know, like for your Disney backpack.
It'd be perfect for that. So what's funny was I didn't know where those came from. But we went to the playground with Wyatt, and there was a little girl that had a doll at the playground, and she had a little stitch on the doll's wrist. And anyway, somebody asked, is like, oh, you know, where'd you get the stitch from? And she said McDonald's. And I didn't make the connection. You know, who knows? It could have been an old toy or whatever. But then, you know, ended up making a stop. And there they were, you know, being advertised. And so we have the stitch. I can't get him now because Wyatt's sleeping with him. But we have the stitch with the ukulele. So which ones do you have, Mom?
Yeah, see, I'd love to have that one.
It's really cute.
I'd love to have that one. I think I have Stacy. I think I got 4 and 7. I have Sit and Stitch and Sip and Stitch.
Neat. That's funny.
And they are really cute. They are really cute. Yeah. I mentioned while Kylie was here this weekend, I meant to go get her one and let her do a short, you know, just to like a little.
Oh yeah, that's really cute. So yeah, Mom has a picture of to get an idea for anybody that hadn't seen them yet. To get an idea of these Stitch plushies, the most recent picture we posted to our Instagram actually has Mom holding the Stitch in her hand. And he's got a little coconut that he's drinking out of, and he's got the little flower lay necklace on too.
Yeah, they're cute. Well,
super
actually,
cute.
This is a Sip and Stitch right here, guys.
Sip and Stitch. Pretty close to pretty similar there.
He's a Sip and Stitch. He's sipping a little drink there. A little pepper shaker.
Let's see here. So again, reminder, the annual meeting of Disney shareholders will be held on Wednesday, March 9th, 2022, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time by virtual meeting. And we probably have links to that in our description.
Okay.
If not now, then I know we did last week for sure when we reported on this originally. Also, a reminder that parking lot trams at Disneyland begin running on the 28th. And also, two other big news is the Obi-Wan show will be coming to Disney Plus May 25th. Yay. So that's you know.
Elena, yeah, I don't know if you saw my little Stitch. You might have come in a little bit late. But yeah, I found these at Home Goods, Elena. Yeah. Aren't they cute? I wanted to show Elena these again. And I had to have them since I've been to Hawaii. Aren't they cute? Little salt and pepper shakers. They're adorable. So I had to have them.
Let's see here. The Hitchhiker highlight, I think that's from last week. So I wanted to mention, so we kind of glossed over Valentine's Day, which I think we were the day after Valentine's Day was last Tuesday. But there was a cute little Valentine's Day Winnie the Pooh show that I found on Disney Plus last week. Let's see if I can find the name of that. Well, we watched it. This cute little show. It's kind of centered around Christopher Robin has a crush on a girl that I think is named Winifred, maybe, because he goes to start spelling, Winnie, and they're like, oh, it's the letters to you, Pooh. And then it actually ends up, okay, here it is. It's 1999, Winnie the Pooh, A Valentine for You. So it's a cute little show on Disney Plus, and we watched that during dinner on Valentine's Day, actually. So it was cute. and I won't give away any spoilers, but it's a cute little show. And then again, the runtime's not really long on it, so it's
fun. Yeah, I'll definitely
not too big of a time investment.
Yeah.
So that'll be since we don't have an update for you on the Hitchhiker highlight. That'll be the Hitchhiker highlight for this week. And also by the way, we skipped over my older brother Steven's birthday, which actually would have been on Wednesday of last week. But
we did. Yeah,
happy birthday to Steven. We love you. I've always looked up to you, and love you a whole lot. Jamie and the girls are blessed to have you, and so love you a whole lot, and you're blessed to have them as well. But love you a whole lot, and hope you had a great birthday. And look forward to seeing you hopefully sometime soon. Let's see here. Keep scrolling down. Let's see again. Join us for our our Pet Fever on Thursday, 12 o'clock p.m. Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. Yeah. Talking about the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett. And if you haven't already, if you want to get caught up in preparation for this stream, you can go back and watch our thoughts on chapters 1 through 6 in preparation for this show, in preparation for this season's finale show, chapter 7. And also, too, we did a show for every single episode of The Mandalorian as well. So if you've got the itch to listen to us talk Star Wars, then we can help you scratch it, no doubt.
It was fun. It was fun. It's on a playlist, guys, on our channel.
Let's see here. Check out Mom's live streams from Hot Springs or a relaxing stroll around the lake. And a live stream for downtown Hot Springs. She checked out the Arlington Hotel and Spa. Looked at all the old bathhouses on Bathhouse Row. Beautiful day.
It was stunning.
She had a little bit of lag, but also got some really good content as well. Well, Stacy, actually. I actually have to watch the season finale and take notes on the season finale before Thursday. So I tell you what, I'm just incredibly busy right now. But between regular work, my side gig, and being a dad, being a husband, and also being a hitchhiking bone. My time gets pulled in a lot of different directions, and also being a good friend as well, helping out some friends with some stuff. So, very, very busy. But I rest assured, between now and 12 o'clock p.m. on Thursday, barring knock on wood,
exactly,
barring any big time issues, I will have watched the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett and be ready and willing to discuss it in depth. So yeah, exactly, Tina. I've just got to take a couple hours out and watch it. See, and it's not just watching it. If it was just watching it, I could have done that already. But it's watching it, analyzing it, connecting it to other Star Wars source material that I can think of, and doing my best, doing my due diligence to, make it an informative and entertaining review and recap of the episode. So,
to quote Ron about Stacy's, Ron Weasley about Stacy's priorities there, she needs to sort out her priorities.
That's funny. So Jillian went live this past Saturday talking about her best tips for budgeting for your next Disney trip, some things to think about, some of the expenses, things to think about. Like if it's been a while since you've been and you want to stay on property, hey, no more Magical Express. Most of the people in the chat are going to know this, but there's a good number of people that, hey, you got to book another way. You got to book another way to get to the parks now, to get to your resort now. So
got to figure out.
That's an added expense. A
lot of things are different, guys.
It's something else you got to book.
A lot of it.
Yeah, and she does a great job too. Rental cars, pretty expensive right now. And most, some places will only give you a week's, a week's rate also. So it's lots of things to consider going to Disney these days, but from a budgeting and planning perspective. So check out that stream. She did a great job with it. Really did her homework on some of the expenses. So again, great show, Jillian. Let's see here.
And then
Jumping
she'll also
down
go on March the 12th. She's going to go live for What's Brewing with the Bones again, 8:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Walt Disney World time or Eastern, March the 12th. And she's going to talk about Disney Springs and all that there is to do in Disney Springs, just the whole thing. How do you get to Disney Springs from the resorts? How do you get to Disney Springs from the parks? Times of operation, food, what's available down there. So that's going to be a pretty comprehensive stream on Disney Springs. And, again, Disney has changed a lot. So, these updates could really help you out if you're planning a trip.
Oh, big time. Yeah. I mean, Genie Plus, No Magical Express, several things to take into consideration. And hopefully ways too that you can save some money on in certain areas to have more money for your Mickey ice cream bar budget or your Mickey ears budget or whatever it is. Insert your favorite Disney souvenir here to have budget for that. So let's see here. Check out our partner channel, Monarch Moments. They did a live stream from the San Francisco Zoo today. We'll have to be Team Replay for that one. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Tina says she's doing it on a Sunday. I'm going to guess not, Tina. So let's see here. Let me double check. Oh, never mind. Yeah, March 12th. It looks like a Saturday. So keep an eye out for that stream. We'll remind you, obviously, between now and then. But again, check out our partner channel, Monarch Moments. Lots of wonderful channels represented in the chat. So, it's easy to get in on some of these, our stream or any other streams and kind of be hanging out. But check out each other's channels. There's people putting out great content.
Definitely.
So make sure to check out other people's channels in the chat.
Yeah. There's so many, definitely. And guys, Russ and Mike Wheeler are going to the park tomorrow.
Very cool.
And I'm really excited about that for you guys. Yeah. And I wish I was there. I hate for you guys to go without me. But we're excited about that. And Russ may be live streaming some. So y'all kind of watch for that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
So very excited for Russ and Mikey there. Hope y'all have a great time. Hope it's a magical day. That y'all just enjoy being there. I'll tell you what, even on the busiest day that you could have at the parks, I'd still rather be doing that than working at home like I'll be doing tomorrow.
That's right.
So there you go.
Monsoons, hurricanes, still rather be at Disney.
Exactly. So hope y'all have a blast. Hope it's a magical day. You have the best time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Check out the liveplace.com. It's a TV guide, basically a website that's TV guide listed for family-friendly live streams and channels. Check out Dean's YouTube channel, Dreamers Empire, as well. Big shout out to Dean for maintaining the liveplace.com. Also, check out TubeBuddy. If you're a YouTube creator looking to grow your channel, check out TubeBuddy. It's a great tool, tracks viewing trends, just keywords and titles and tags. It helps track channel data. That helps you grow your channel. Basic version's free. There's an upgraded version that's paid, but it's a lower rate if you have under 1,000 subs like us. So check that out. We have an affiliate link in the description below. And so if you haven't already and you're interested in TubeBuddy, use that link. It gives us both a free month. Along those same lines, Stickermule. We've got stickers. We've got pin or buttons, and we've got magnets. And they're all good quality, low cost promotional items. And if you have any of those needs for anything like that, check out Stickermule. Again, we have a link in the description below. And we both get a $10 credit for future orders. So check that out if you need some magnets or stickers or buttons. So thanks again. Remember, if you could dream it, you can do it. We go live every Tuesday night, 9:00 p.m. Central. And this week, make sure to join us on Thursday, 12:00 p.m. Central, 1:00 Eastern. Book of Boba Fett season finale. Looking forward to talking about it. Shout out to everybody in the chat again. We usually don't get too soapboxy here at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, but
try not to.
We try to avoid it when we can, but and we especially try not to be negative or to hurt anybody's feelings. Right. We don't want to. We want people to be able to come here and enjoy talking Disney and and keep it lighthearted. And again, we can disagree and still be friends. So keep that in mind. But anyway. I hope everybody had a great time hanging out tonight in the chat. Those that hung out in the chat, those that are watching in Ghost Mode, those that are going to watch on Team Replay. Big shout out to It's Joey's World. Lisa, Keith, and Joey, great channel. Yeah. Great, wonderful people. Check them out if you haven't already. But they're always faithful members of hashtag Team Replay. But want to thank Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy. Again, the chat was moving super fast tonight. I did the best I can to write everything down, but between sharing stuff on my other computer and everything.
So much for, the chat was fun tonight. We enjoyed it.
It was.
As always. I enjoyed chatting with you guys about all this stuff.
Shout out to Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy, Jilly, Kylie, and other family members. Shout out to Dean the Turkey Legster, Wonderful World of Walter, Movie Mania Nick, Nicole Roddenhisler, BDF, Monarch Moments, Captain Akron 27, Make It Blue, A Disney Adventure, Jane M. Travels, Stacy Rogers, Catherine Wilby, Kevin Theme Park Adventure, Brian K., AJC Magic TV, More Sunshine Please, Jonathan Chone, Mike Wheeler, LSU Mom, Mickey's Girls, It Is Our Dream, Annie Koo 86, Elena K 808, Tina DCS, Debbie Bernfeld, Dad Build, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, Texas Takes, and Adventures with VP. And if I missed you, I apologize. Let me know so I can thank you properly for being here. But again, thanks to everybody for being here. Had a blast talking about a little bit of Disney news. And hope everybody has the best week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we go live for fun live streams like Mom's done in Hot Springs. And so when our videos go live as well. Check us out. We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you want to reach out to us, send us a direct message on Instagram or email us at thehitchhikingbones@gmail.com. Again, thanks everybody for being here. Mom, anything else you want to add before we sign off here?
I can't think of a thing. I just, we love you guys. Have a great week. Yeah. And again, join us on Thursday if you can. If not, hit Team Replay for Fett Fever wrap up, the season finale. And so we'll talk about Chapter 7 and what we, kind of give it a summary of what we think about the whole series. A lot of fun, guys. We love talking Star Wars. So please join us if you can. Grab some lunch and join us. If not, be on Team Replay for us. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, sounds good. Hope everybody has a great week.
Definitely.
Again, had a good time talking Disney news tonight, and I hope you did too. Love all y'all. Appreciate you. Everybody's got a lot of options for entertainment or ways to spend their time, and so we're thankful to all of you for deciding to spend your time hanging out with us on Tuesday nights. So thanks everybody.
Guys, really.
I hope you all have a great week. Anything else, Mom?
At the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So hurry back.
Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great week.
Thanks so much. Watch for Russ's stream tomorrow. Mike is going to be trying out his new WeWalk cane. So watch for that tomorrow. I think Jonathan dropped a link. So watch for that. We look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye. Good night, guys.
Bye,
thanks so much for hanging in. Bye-bye.